Kelsey Boyer.
And I'm Roberta Bird.
And this is PNX News.
PNX News.
Hi, I'm Jade and I'm here with the super naughty Chuck star, one and only super DJ.
Hi everybody, and we had a good night tonight.
Amazing.
Our night was full of Ramones, it was full of X, it was full of the punk that makes everybody want to get down on the dance floor, because I'm the guy that put the punk in the dance floor.
And not just that, it was the Odyssey 1 where I used to go after the punk scene and 7Cs and where else?
Where did I not work? I worked at the Sugar Shack and Odyssey 1 and the 7Cs. I worked at Starwood. I used to announce X, and I used to know everybody that played at the Starwood. My friends, the Go-Go's, Boingo Boingo, everybody.
Did Cherie Curry actually work at the Sugar Shack?
Cherie Curry never worked at the Sugar Shack.
Oh.
She was a friend of mine. It was Lexi that worked at the Sugar Shack. But you know what I can tell you about the Runaways? They got their start at the Sugar Shack. Because the Sugar Shack was where we played the hottest, #1, best songs in the world that were not disco. Because in those days, disco sucked.
And it was all full of young people, because you had to be under 18 to get in.
A dance floor of 16-year-old females and males, scantily clad, sweating, rubbing up against each other. It was flawless.
And at the Odyssey, I danced with Chrissy McNichols and I danced with, what's her name?
I know. Liberace.
Tony Basil. Oh, Serena.
Oh, Tony Basil.
Yeah.
What star didn't go to Odyssey? All the stars went up to the DJ booth. And when Chaka Khan came up, the fingernail was always full of coke.
I didn't do that.
I did.
Chucky was really naughty, but we won't get into that.
It was 20 years ago today.
Longer than that.
Maybe
Oh my
45 years.
Yes,
But thank you guys. I love you. I love you.
Okay.
I love you.
We had a wonderful time. When are you going to do this again?
Yeah, when are we
I
doing
don't
this
know.
again?
God, when I'm 70, maybe,
So do you have a real job?
I'm a registered nurse and I take care of people in an ICU. Intensive care unit. That's what I do. I don't normally play records. I take care of people.
You gotta do both. We still need you. You were amazing tonight.
Oh, honey, your lips are amazing. 2 years, honey.
Watch out for that.
Anyway, thank you guys. I love you.
We love you, Chucky Star. You're a total DJ.
Okay. Yeah. People in Australia know who I am. Who knew?
Everybody knows who you are. You're
He's global.
I love you. Look, there's a picture of me.
Awesome.
Show us the picture here in the camera.
That's me. I'm the. I am the original club kid. Okay?
Move it up.
I am the
nurse, he's
original
joking me.
club kid.
Nurse. Hello.
Honey, with a girl like that, you gotta get a grab.
All right. Well, this is Jade Paris
And Bill
And I
Ford.
love you, Jay.
with Chucky Star.
And you're watching
PNX News. And you're watching PNX News.
We rule.
And now to our news correspondent in Los Angeles.
PNX News.
Thanks, Roberta and Carl. This is Bill Board with PNX News, and I'm here with noted author Michael Essington. I got that right? Yeah. Okay, very good. And we're here at the Punk Swap Meet in Canoga Park, and it was a fun time watching the Rick Agnew Band and a lot of other great bands. And I've been chatting with Michael here a little bit. I've had the pleasure of reading some of his work, and it's really great stuff. I like the hard-boiled detective.
Thank you.
It's kind of modern-day Mickey Spillane in a way, but it's really brought forward in the future and kicked up a notch. It's very well written, and he's got several books here. Can you tell us about Last One to Die?
Last One to Die was the very first one I wrote. I was writing for a punk website called Strange Reaction for about 5 years, and some of the stories ended up carrying over. It's sort of like growing up early 80s in the punk scene and slowly becoming a father and having a family and still kind of holding on to the same punk ideals.
And then we have Life Won't Wait.
That's the second in the autobiography series. The photos are done by Ed Culver, and it kind of continues, but the chapters in this are much longer. With Last One to Die, there were kind of smaller, pieced together stories, and these are like longer chapters summing up some of the other things.
And then the third part of the trilogy, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Born Frustrated?
Yeah, and that kind of, it continues the same theme as the first two books, but there's no interviews. In the earlier books, I interviewed everybody from Rick Agnew to James Fry, the author, that it kind of contributed to the thing, the theme. But this one, there's none of the interviews, just stories only.
And then a more recent book that I've been reading personally here. I'll go off camera for a second. I think I've got it with me. Oh, there's one right here. Misconceptions, and it's a collection of short stories. The first one's a pretty entertaining story about a hard-boiled detective. In a modern-day setting. And then there's some poetry interludes that almost verge on what I might call speculative fantasy. Could you agree with that a little bit? Compelling reading. It's hard to put down, and this is just hot off the presses, isn't it?
Yeah, came out last month, and just now finally got copies to everybody, all the reviewers. So yeah, it's doing pretty well.
So how can people pick up your material? Can they get it in bookstores, online?
Yes, probably online might be easiest. I mean, Tower Records, their site carries it, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, Amazon, or you can hit me up on Facebook and I'll get you a signed copy directly.
It's Michael Essington, and look him up and check him out, because this is some pretty great stuff. A noted author, up and coming, and watch out for him. This has been Bill Board with PNX News with Michael Essington. Now back to you in the newsroom.
Now, PNX News, thanks for tuning in.
Okay, let's fucking liven this place up, okay? Song's about fucking that guy. What's your name? Johnny? Well, Johnny's got a problem and he's out of control.